Hello and welcome back to Shelley's Chit Chat Cafe, and welcome to my world. And today I wanted to sit here and tell you a little story that might be of some help to some, maybe others that you may know. And I think it's really beneficial for where we are today in society. So yeah, go grab something and let's sit down and let's chit chat. Okay, so I'm taking it from the scripture in Luke chapter 10, verses 38 through 42. And it's a story about two sisters. Well, Jesus went to visit these sisters. Now, I'm going to paraphrase this, so on your own time you can read it. It's very, very short. So Jesus went to the house of the oldest sister, and her name was Martha. And knowing that Jesus was coming, she was getting really prepared for it. It's almost like if your favorite important dignitary comes to your house and you want to make sure that everything is what it's supposed to be. You know, like if you're cooking and cleaning and just making sure that everything is so perfect. Well, she knew he was coming, and he came, and she was back there in the kitchen preparing food and hors d'oeuvres and, you know, something to drink. And her sister was there, but her sister was sitting there instead of helping. And as Jesus was talking, and he was usually telling stories, usually telling them, you know, different things of what's going to happen in the kingdom and how to live a good life, she was sitting there and then she was just listening. And Martha, being in the kitchen, she's noticing that she's doing all this work, just work, trying to make sure that everything is what it's supposed to be. And her sister's just sitting out there, just sitting, listening to what Jesus had to say. Well, Martha, of course, she got upset, as we would all get upset, because, I mean, that's, you know, normal, right? So then she goes to Jesus and she says, Master, or Rabbi, or Minister, whatever she called him. And she said, you notice my sister is just sitting there, and I'm in here working hard, trying to make sure that you're being taken care of. Tell my sister to come help. And Jesus looked at her and said, called her name, Martha, Martha. Now, when she is noted that in the Bible, when God says, or Jesus says your name twice, it's just to let you know that he's really, really honing in on you. And he said, you know, you are distracted with many things, but your sister has chosen the best thing to do, and no one's going to take that away from her. So I just want to talk about that for a minute. In a society that we live in today, you know, we're going through the greatest pandemic since the Spanish flu. And we never thought, or at least I never thought, that I would be living in a time like this. I have to wear a mask when I go out to protect myself and protect others. You have some that don't want to wear the mask. I mean, we all have to choose what we want to do. But in America, instead of the numbers going down when people are catching the virus, it's going up. And that kind of makes you nervous and anxious. We have people who lost their job. I've lost my job. And looking for jobs. I mean, everybody's looking for the same one job. And it's very hard to get another job. Plus, you have the worries of getting out there, and you may contract COVID. Then we live in a society that tells us to keep grinding, keep working, don't stop until you die. You know, you're constantly trying to gain this illusion of a life that's supposed to be making you feel good and happy. Get the money, get the lifestyle, get the car, get the house, get all of that. And we're constantly being pushed by that in our society. And then if you're not doing anything, then society looks at you as like you're lazy, you don't care, you don't want to prosper. And so there's so many things that continue to just haunt on us, and we're just bombarded and overwhelmed with so much stuff going on. So the sister in there preparing, Martha in the kitchen preparing to feed Jesus, to take care of him, what she has come to find out that Jesus knows that there's more to this than her sister helping her, that she is has so many underlining stresses in her life. And it just made her have to sit and think about what he just said, because her sister chose to sit and listen and be calm. And he said no one to take that away from her. To be calm, to listen to a word that can help you, that is more, excuse the sound, that is more than what we can expect. That's more than what we, or what our minds are always going towards. So I just wanted to say that. There's another scripture in Philippians 4, 6 and 7. It says, be anxious for nothing, but in all things give thanks, right? Give your supplication and thanks, and let your request be made known. So don't be anxious. Let's calm down. And welcome to November 1st. This is a time of Thanksgiving. It's a time to reflect on your life. It's a time to be in gratitude of what you have been blessed with. It's time to connect to your family. Sometimes we may not be able to go visit, especially now. It's very hard to go visit people. But we have technology. You can do a Zoom meeting. You can FaceTime family. Do whatever it takes to connect. But what I want you to take from this conversation, most of all, is to take time for yourself, breathe, calm down, don't be anxious for nothing, and just be reflective of all the good that God has given you. All right? So I hope I said something that will help you today. This is Thanksgiving. It's time to be thankful. So subscribe if you want to be part of this community that will help and encourage you to be the best that you can be. Encourage you when you're feeling down and out, that a word is given to lift you up. So don't forget, subscribe. And again, it's free. Come on, it's free. It's easy. Just push the subscription button right below in that red box and click like. And share the video with someone that can possibly use a word of encouragement. Again, it's Thanksgiving. We're pushing through this year pretty fast. And soon we will be back at seeing each other, touching each other, loving on each other, and having those parties that we dream to have and doing the things that we dream to do. But right now, let's be at peace. Let's learn to be at peace. Okay? I'll see you next week. Bye.